The internet can be an unforgiving and hateful place. People can spread messages of hatred and vile from the comfort of their own home and not fear the consequences. That's why we're going to do something different. That's why we're going to be totally positive. My name is AJ56, and this is Totally Positive. Today, we're going to talk about the greatest sequel of all time. Now, sequels, I admit they can be often quick cash-ins on box office hits, earn a bit more money, and it can be all quite cynical. But I love sequels. I think they're awesome. I think it's another chance to get involved in the world that you once saw, and then you get to experience stories again from people that you already know, or a world that you already know. That's why today we're talking about Grease 2. Guys, come back. Grease 2 trades in the cars for bikes in another love story between people from very different backgrounds. Instead of bad boy Danny Zuko and good girl Sandy, we find Sandy's English cousin Michael falling for Pink Lady Stephanie. However, the code states that pink ladies can only date T-birds. Can Maxwell win Stephanie's heart? As a sequel to Grease, it's terrible, and as a musical on its own merits, it's absolutely abysmal. This movie just recycles Grease, without the stars, without the energy, without the freshness, and without the grease. Grease 2 is a bad movie that really doesn't deserve much of a defense. There are moments in it that are so cringeworthy, one might think they were the reason fast forward buttons were included on VCRs. Whew! Is it a bit harsh? Well, it may not deserve a defense, but god damn it's gonna get one. The first reason why you should like Grease 2 is, quite honestly, Michelle Pfeiffer. And long before she was living in a gangster's paradise with Coolio, she was the queen of the pink ladies, and she was always dreaming about a cool rider. Sure, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John were the charismatic faces of the first Grease film, but Michelle Pfeiffer's on her own in this one. She is the star of the film. What's more, she has the single greatest song in the film with Cool Rider. I mean, that song just absolutely rocks. It's almost out of place with the rest of the songs, but it's just so damn cool. 1982 made Michelle Pfeiffer, and Grease 2 was obviously her breakout film that year. I mean, I can't even think of what the other film was that she was in 1982. It was Scarface. The other film was Scarface. It's a subtle attempt at humour. Remember in the first film when the T-Birds would act a little bit goofy and Kinnicky would be like, "Oh! Be cool!" Because Kinnicky was apparently played by Andrew Dice Clay. Oh! Well, Kinnicky ain't here anymore, folks! See, the T-Birds have morphed a little bit from who they were in the first film. They're no longer obsessed with cars, they're now onto motorbikes, and none of the original T-Birds appear in this film. And they're a lot more goofier. I mean, you've got John Travolta not on steroids, Captain Sexpest, and the one friend that no one cares about. In the film. See, the one T-Bird that everyone cares about in this film, everyone should care about in this film rather, is Christopher McDonald. He's almost a bit player in this film, but he went on to have such a fantastic career. He was in Thelma and Louise, he was in Happy Gilmore, he was in a lot of films. He's possibly the most famous out of all of them, aside from Michelle Pfeiffer. He also has the greatest line in the film, but we'll get onto that in just a minute. From copying Leader Johnny's lines for most of the film to almost, making him swallow a lit cigarette, Goose is by far the most memorable T-Bird in the film, and he deserves to have had a great career. musical to be somewhat successful, it needs songs. Otherwise, it's not a musical, it's just a film. So, Grease Lightning ain't there anymore. You ain't gonna see people going do 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 do. That's gone. That's dead and buried in the water. It's never coming back. Just like my self-esteem. But these songs have their own feel to them. They don't feel like they should be in the first film. There's something different about them. I know some people would prefer to have Summer Nights, or, you know, that song that John Travolta sings when he's talking about Sandy, and then on the background there's a hot dog sexually assaulting a bun. Because why not? But before you start judging this film for not having those songs, there are still good songs in this film. For God's sakes, the film opens with the Four Tops singing Back to School. I mean, any film that includes Levi Stubbs singing anything is automatically a better film. Would, for example, Little Shop of Horrors be anywhere near as good if it had some random, stereotypical Broadway guy in it? You know what I'm talking about, that kind of style. Hey little lady, come on, you're looking cute as can be. You're looking mighty fine. It's not Seymour, it's me. Your friendly Audrey too, and I am talking to you. As I mentioned before, Cool Rider is probably the best song in the film. It's just Michelle Pfeiffer just going mental for a couple of minutes talking about how she wants a cool rider, while Maxwell Caulfield's just like, oh yeah, no, that seems like a really, you know, you're really clear on what you want. I am not that person. Side note, that is exactly how he sounded when he was in Emmerdale. Do It For Our Country, however, is the single most patriotic song about boning that has ever existed. If America had to change their national anthem, it's between either this or Hulk Hogan's Real American. And, I mean, either one of those, I'm becoming American. That's just hands down. Those are like two most awesome songs. Could you imagine if this song was British? That would be completely different. Lie back and think of England. God save the Queen, it's over in 15 seconds. Dirty bastards. Perhaps the most catchy number of the entire film, however, is the song Reproduction, which is another little ditty about the old in, out, in, out. Oh, I just missed that one. It has, and this is the line that I was talking about earlier, it has the one line that is so good. That is so good and so well performed that it should be used as punctuation.
Where does the pollen go?
For example, say at the end of a soap opera, when we're getting to the most cliffhanger moment, the most dramatic element of the show. But Terry, I loved you. No, Trish. No, you done me wrong, yeah? You done me wrong, love. Well, Terry, I'm pregnant.
Where does the pollen go?
Grease 2 will never be Grease 1. You shouldn't compare them, just like you shouldn't compare siblings. You know, because I'm obviously the favourite sibling and my sister is a mess. But Grease 2 it's an enjoyable musical. Not everything has to be a work of art. Not everything has to be the fucking Shawshank Redemption or Godfather. You know, taste is subjective and we should be able to like what we want to like. Even if we know, hey, this isn't the greatest thing in the world, but I'm enjoying it. Kind of like Sex with Men. Oh. Is there a film that you want to see a positive review for? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, share and subscribe. My name is AJ56 and this is Totally Positive Reviews.